Rudy. Blue. Welcome back to another video, guys. This is going to be part 2 of the suspension overhaul. It's going to be the front, which I'll flip the camera around and show you what I'm doing. But if you're new here, thank you. My name is Cody. This is my channel, Seek Open Air, where I just share with you my build and modifications on my truck, our adventures, and just anything that comes to my mind. So if you like it, like it. If you want more, subscribe. Have a good day, guys. See ya. Alright guys, so this is what we have for the front. This is the Bilstein 6112s with 650 pound coils, which are not what comes standard, so they do come with 600 pound normally, but I did up them to 650 just because I plan on doing a winch and a bumper, so I just want to future proof. But I do have them set at 6 and 5, so driver side is 6 and passenger side is 5. If I need to change it, I can adjust it as always. But yeah, and then upper control arms. These are the SPC adjustable upper control arms, which if you don't know, you can pretty much crank or not crank your caster based on a washer in here. So just allows you to adjust the caster, which will shift your tire and wheel forward a little bit in the wheel well, so that way you can clear bigger tires. But yeah, so Dad and I are gonna get to installing this. I don't plan to make this like a step-by-step guide, just similar to the last video. Just kind of want to show you what we're doing and how we did it. So okay, so update, we started by removing the sway bar link, and then we went ahead and removed the spindle from the upper control arm, and then took the upper control arm out, which you do have to bend back this metal here so you can fit the bolt all the way out. We didn't touch the lower control arm because we wanted to see if we could just wiggle the coil out, but we can't, so I'm going to mark up the alignment tabs just so I know where to put them back, and then we're going to loosen them, lower this all down, and slide the coil out. Alright, the strut is out. We actually ended up just dropping the sway bar, and so by dropping that on both sides, pulling it as far this way, it gave us enough room to wiggle the strut out. So we didn't have to touch the lower control arm. But now we're going to put the 6112s in, and then the SPC upper control arms. Okay, so another update. We're on the passenger side now, and we got the spindle removed, and we went to take the upper control arm out, and we ran into the massively long bolt, which is a pain to get out, but I'll show you guys how we did it. So we started similar to the driver's side. You're gonna have to bend back this metal, which even bending that back will not do it for you, so you gotta do more. So if we go up into the engine bay, I ended up taking the airbox off, and what gets in the way is just this like bunch of metal right here. So we ended up taking a really long pry bar, and we just pinned it up against the upper control arm on this side and just started prying on it to get the metal to move back. And it'll move like maybe 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch. And once you do that, just take a hammer and a punch and punch the bolt out. And then you're gonna be able to pull it out really easily, just like right here. So I just want to show you guys that because I didn't find that anywhere on the forums or internet, because everyone was basically just saying you got to order a new bolt and cut off the original ones. But it was like $40 to get that shipped here, so we found a way. Just use a massive pry bar. But now we're just gonna finish up putting. We gotta take the strut out, strut assembly. So just the lower strut bolt and then the 3 on the top, and then put in the new one, and we'll be good to go. Okay. So we got everything on the passenger side back together. Torqued so far the upper control arm really long bolt to 85, and then we're just working our way down to torque everything. I'll link in the description. I found a really helpful thread on Tacoma World with all the torque specs. And then if you do have aftermarket parts, make sure you are looking into the instructions for their torque specs. But I'm gonna button up this side and then finish the driver's side. Alright guys, it is voiceover Cody here. I ended up losing the audio for this clip, but just want to show you the final product. Everything's buttoned up, everything's torqued down, back together. I'm actually taking this time with the wheel off just to clean everything. So I'm using some of the super clean purple degreaser just to spray down some of the rust spots, and I'm actually using a wire brush to go over it. Just get it down to metal again, remove the rust, and I'm going to properly primer it and then put some paint over top. Especially on the cab mount job, just because I don't want to have that rust or get ruined. And then just to go around to the other side here, I want to show you what it's like before I did some of the cleaning. So you can see some of the rust, especially on the cab mount chop, and then I also cleaned like the spindle and whatnot. So looks a lot better, and yeah. Alright guys, Cody here from the future. I have to redo this because the audio from the original file did get corrupt. So just want to say thank you guys again if you made it this far. I want to give a huge shout out to my dad because I couldn't have done it without him. He seriously taught me just about everything I know. He's been wrenching on cars a lot longer than I have. So again, huge thank you to him. And if you guys like the content, feel free to give it a like. If not, give it a dislike twice. And stay tuned for part 3, which is going to be, of course, the rear suspension. And again, I'm going to be doing Bilstein 5160s with the remote reservoir, as well as the Icon RXT leaf packs. So stick around if you want to see that video, and I hope to see you guys soon. See ya.